Hi guys, welcome back to the Power Network. I'm Amy. Lots of stuff went down in the Geppetto PDF file verse last night. Looks like Becca, Annie, are you okay? Scoops has some explaining to do. And not the tried and true, I got it excuse because that one really made me laugh. I was so surprised when that one came through. We also got a cameo by Ken and the Geppetto file herself. Anyway, let's dive in and see what's what. I'm rolling the intro while the algorithm brings in the rest of the power crew. Shout out to my replay crew. Love you, babies. Yes, it's June Bubba too. He wants you to know that.
Cavalier's drumming his old guitar again. Words rolling out into our fire. If heaven had wings, I would steal them and fly away with you for a while. Hearing the essence of gratitude, your dreamy little smile on my lips. I miss my cue, but baby, I had you. Miss my cue, but I had you for that day.
Here in the essence of gratitude, it's so good to be back here with my power crew again. So last night I went to bed seeing that there was a war of the creators happening in the Gypverse. It looks like hold on a second. Gypsy. Junie, stop. You're gonna go in the other room. Yeah. Be good. Okay, I got a little bird on board and he's being a little naughty today. So, I mean, isn't he always naughty? Anyway, so I went to bed and it looked like Case Studies, a creator by the name of Case Studies, a creator by the name of Sir Morbid. Both were going live at the same time doing this battle, talking about another creator by the name of Becca Scoops. And we're going to get into it because we like to Junies. All right. I'm going to have to put him in the other room because he's flat talking. Yes, you're being a pain. Hold on a second. Yeah, stop it. It would be really nice if you would stop it. It would be really, really nice. Let me get my screen situated and get that going, and then I'll get them off into the other room so us grown-ups can talk. Hey, New Orleans lady. How are you? Good morning. Have you been watching all of this drama unfolding? I have to say that I don't believe Becca Scoops for 1 minute. I just don't believe her. So I'm just going to throw that right on the table right here and now that I don't believe Becca Scoops. So I don't believe her. So we're going to get into it. We're going to actually look at these lives that went back and forth last night. We had one creator by the name of Case Studies. We had another creator by the name of Sir Morbid X. And they were doing dual lives, and we were getting bombshells. I fell asleep because I'm an old lady and I couldn't stay up. But then this morning, I got right to it, and then we got an explanation from Becca that was read in like a statement, which I thought was hilarious. And the statement itself was even more hilarious. So I want to get into it. I went back and forth this morning. Do I talk about this? Because like the drip verse is like a line, it's a landmine, like you step one way and you never know what you're gonna step into, right? Or yeah, you just never know what you're gonna step into. But in this case, I don't care. I have to talk about it because like if you believe this gaslighting, I just I have no hope in humanity. I have no hope in humanity. So you know for a fact, well, I just don't believe it. I don't believe her. I don't believe her. And I'm going to go into why I don't believe her. And here, if you believe her, you believe her. But at this point, I don't know why. I don't know why. But I think that in this day and age, we really need to look at some pattern recognition, right? The world's going to shit, right? And we need to all get some like pattern recognition going on. And let me get the bird in the other room. Hold on. I should get my own pattern recognition and know to do this before I go live. Hold on, guys. Okay. Shoo, shoo. Okay. Let's see how many minutes that buys us. You want more information on everything? Well, that's a good way to look at things. We're going to go over things here. This is all my opinion, my research. We urge you to go out there and do your own. This is all for entertainment and educational purposes only. Let me get my screen up here. So if you don't really know what I'm talking about, let me give you a brief rundown on it. If you like, this is very niche video today. So, I mean, it's on the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case. Gypsy Rose is the 24-year-old woman that got a disabled man to unalive her mother. She got 8.5 years. He got life. Okay. I don't believe she should be out. I don't believe he should be out. And she is very good at weaponizing people to do her dirty work. And she has wanted to get the people who are against her fighting, and she's done it. And I do get that anger for content creators that this is a bunch of BS. But I think it's also a bunch of BS that a content creator would use false names and go behind creators' backs and stir up drama in this way. And so I first started having an issue with Becca. I think it was like 1.5 years ago. We had an email thread where I'm not going to show it because I said I wouldn't show it. And I'm a woman of my word. But I had an email conversation with her on something that I really didn't like some of the things she said. And so I've never spoken to her since, right? I had a bad feeling. I just didn't really like it. Then I had like an issue with the racism in her background. My background, I have a BA in sociology, psychology, but my major field of study, like it was a heavy emphasis on African American women's studies. That was like, because when I've talked about this before, but just like a real quick thing is like it was my sophomore year of college. There was this real racial tension on my campus. No, it was my junior year. Sorry. There's like this real racial tension. I don't know if it was sophomore or junior, actually. Real racial tension on campus. The KKK was coming through. One of my best friends at the time was Black. I don't know what to say anymore because at the time it turned from Black to African American to now just African, like whatever. Not everyone Black is African. So anyway, I'm going to interchange it because I don't know what else to do. But so that was and to see that happening, and this was in the 90s, and I was shocked that there was still like I didn't recognize the racism that was ingrained in everyday culture. And so I started taking classes and I started seeing it. And then my senior I spent a summer in traveling the East Coast, and I did some stuff at Howard. I interviewed the social worker director at the Howard College and on African American women and racism, and we we went to a refugee center, and I learned that like there were people that were coming from Haiti and people coming from Russia. The people that came from Haiti obviously were Black, and they floated over to the United States. Like they risked their lives to float over on a raft to the United States. The people that came over from Russia came over on a boat. And who do you think we were sending back? And it was explained to us that it was like because they were Black, basically. So there were a lot of things that went down my senior year that opened my eyes to racism. And racism is one thing that I just don't tolerate, right? I just can't do. It's my hard no. And when I learned about these things about Becca, I was like, I don't know what to think about this. But then I knew about Nina, and Nina seemed like a very strong Black woman to me. And she was still sitting on panels with Becca. So I thought maybe there's something not to that story. But then when Nina came out and was like, nah, I can't do it because this is this, and she showed the Becca stuff, I was like, yeah, she is. And I stepped away from it. And then I knew, then when I saw the stuff about Becca knowing that Gypsy was trying to take Into the Weeds down and didn't warn him about it. Like she was sitting on this information for months and just didn't bother to tell her. I have real issues, and now this stuff is coming out about Becca. So this is me doing pattern recognition. You might not believe that Becca's doing this, but these are all the reasons why I believe it. And you don't have to believe me. I'm not here to make you believe me, because like the world is going to shit. The world is burning down. My world burned down and I'm rebuilding it. And I don't care anymore what anybody thinks, feels, or like, I just don't care anymore, right? Like my life is going to be my life and your life should be your life, but I can't see how you could support this. I'm going to say that. So anyway, let me get my screen together and get off my effing soapbox. But these are the reasons why I feel very strongly. And I didn't know if I should say, because I want to stay out of things, but I will say that back in the day when, let me see. Here it is. Back in the day when Becca was being doxxed, false copyright claims, and I thought it was really interesting. We went over it. Let me get myself out of the way. I thought it was really interesting. We went over it with Becca. Like we went over and we looked at everything. And then we went over and we listened to Becca she was with Toddy One Skip, and then she was on Sir Morbid, Hello Nicole, and Hello Starlight, and they all sat on these panels with her and defended her and really helped her through that difficult period. I see 1980 Millennial was there. Alora, what was this panel I was looking at? Maybe this was Alora up on? No, this was I had moved on to Christy Blanchard. But anyway, there were all these people supporting Becca. And I just have a real problem with the fact that she goes under these fake names and is like playing content creators against each other. Like you saw Toddy, and I know people have problems with Toddy, but like Toddy was helping Becca, and then Sir Morbid was helping Becca, and then she goes and pretends to be this person, and that she's, I don't know. And also because I have emails from Becca, I can recognize her email. She didn't even try to hide the way she writes. It's laughable. It's pretty laughable. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice to stick with the person that I have the most ire towards is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. But I mean, I thought I can see why people are mad at Becca. And I can't see why people are defending her at all costs. I can't see that. I don't understand that. But so let's start looking at the video, the lives, and we'll just like go through it, and you guys can decide for yourself what you think about this. But this is the situation. People are getting all these emails from this account by the name of, well, this name on the account is named Annie. I can't think of the name of the account. It was, hold on, I wrote it down. Let me read it. Starts with a D. Everybody should check their emails to see if they've been getting these pretend emails to try to get them to go one way or another. I can't see where I wrote it down. Well, we're going to come across it here today. I feel like that Russell Brand when he's trying to find that Bible quote. Did you guys see that? But anyway, this person under this Annie name was not only emailing fellow content creators, they were emailing people over on the Gypverse side. Like, I think Sheena says she got some emails from this Annie person. I think, I don't know if Bree got emails or if Bree was sharing them, but so Sheena got emails, and then what was Audrey? I don't know what site Audrey's on, but Audrey got emails from this Annie person. It's just insane. Insane. So let's get into it. So Sir Morbid is back on YouTube. He is doing lives. There's been a falling out between Sir Morbid and Becca Scoops, and Sir Morbid is letting people know that Becca Scoops is this Annie person.
I don't even know all of it. It's a story. And so here we go.
More to this. I'm sure that's when people are like, what do you think? I'm like, I'm waiting for Becca because I'm sure she.
Wait, this was when they were defending Becca. I apologize. This was our live.
Not sure what the deal is. What's the dealio? What up with the dealio, man? Oh, I think I hear somebody. Hey, Toddy. Toddy. Toddy.
Okay,
Once get, yeah.
This is, Toddy's the other person. So Toddy was getting all these emails from this person, and Toddy has shared a series of emails with Morbid. This isn't the one that they did last night. This is the one that they did the night before. I just want to go over the emails with you guys so you guys can get an idea of what the emails, what the emails are.
Yeah, Toddy. Toddy. Oh, yeah.
The emails aren't anything truly horrible, but like, it just proves she's a liar. I mean, there's obviously people who want to be associated with liars, but I can't understand it.
Yeah, Toddy is the one skit.
Good morning, Shorty Pie.
I told you it's a serious live stream. We shall wait. You know what? Let me just shoot her over a little message here.
Oops, sorry, I had it queued. I thought I had it queued up when she came on.
Becca, and about a half hour, 45 minutes after the live stream, I get an email, and it had to do with you. It started bringing.
I had a content creator on, and I really admire her, and it's Tanika's two sons. And she was talking about, like, she doesn't even trust people that lie about their age. And that, like, really put me in my place, because there was a time in my 30s and 40s, I always lied about my age 5 years. I don't know why. It was stupid, but I always did. Now I'm pretty ashamed about it, because I get it. I get that point, that if you're going to lie about something so small like that, you're going to lie about anything. I feel like we all in this day and age need to become people of walking our talk. And I never thought I would say this, but I like Morbid more than I did before, because he's calling out the shady side of both sides. I don't know. I don't like that he's like messing with Gypsy Rose and those people, but I can't say I don't think he's not doing it to finally get their, like he's playing everybody, right? He's playing everybody. So, but I would prefer that than just playing somebody, right? I would rather the rules be that, hey, I'm playing everybody. And you know that, right? And I don't buy for a second the people that are now like bringing up his past, because you knew about his past. And if you knew, everybody knew. Everybody knew. And if you went up on the panel, I assume that you researched him before you went up on his panel, because everybody knew. So either you believed it or you didn't believe it, but don't come now after you sat up on that panel for months and he made you. I don't care. I didn't know about most of you until you sat up on his panel. So I'm just calling out truths too. So don't come now and give me a bio on his background, because you should have had already done that if you believed it. So I'm not going for that either. There was actually, I've changed a lot. I had gone through this domestic situation when I first got on YouTube, and I was afraid of my shadow. I was afraid to talk. You know, I didn't want that to come out. I didn't want anything to come out. But now that the world's burning down, I don't care. It wasn't my, like I played a role in it. I was a victim. I was I could have even been an evil victim, right? I did things right. I did things wrong. I was really quiet about stuff. But I was also in that leftist bubble. I'm out of that leftist bubble. I see both. I see rights and wrongs on both sides. And I just think that people need to make up their own mind about things and be strong in that, and not follow, like team Becca, team this, team that. I mean, let's just, like, it's 2026. We're about to find out that there's aliens and other shit out there. Team whatever. Like, team shove it up your ass. That's how I'm at this point. But anyway, if you knew all about him. So I'm not going down that route either. You can like more than one content creator, and a content creator can do something that you don't agree with, and you can still like them. I think it all depends on the person handling it. Like, people get things right and they get things wrong, and I can be forgiving of this and I can be forgiving of that. But if you say you're sorry about something, that's not the end for me. It's what you do next. Like, that's the main part. Like, you can say you're sorry, but if you continue to do it, then you're not sorry. It's just words. And people need to start recognizing it, because we're not in this nice society anymore. You might be playing by the nice game, but I promise you the next person isn't. So you need to protect yourself first and then go forth from there. And if you want to give your money to somebody who's lying, then do that. But just be full aware of what you're doing. Well, according to everyone that joined his panel back then, knew his past, they say he told them it's all fake and edited, but now they want to expose it. Yeah, that makes no sense, because I'm sure that's what he's saying now. So why did you believe it then when you liked him, but now when you don't like what he's doing, you're suddenly not going to believe it? That's bullshit. It's just bullshit. It's exactly what he's doing. He's calling out this double narrative. I see it. I don't like the Gypverse side. You're not going to see me buddying up on panels with them, but I see it too. You can't, you can't call out bad and do the same bad in the name of good. It doesn't work that way. So, I mean, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate for it, but I don't care. All right, let's, okay, so Toddy is on his paddle. Toddy has been getting a number of emails from this Annie person who turns out the Annie email is connected to Becca Scoops.
Bringing up like, do I know who you are? And I said, you know, I hope we go through those emails, but I explained that if you're talking about his past, you know, I'm familiar with that, and that, you know, you've talked about it and blah, blah, blah. And then the person wrote, and I said something to the effect of, there's never been any charges on him, and I've seen edited things and what's supposed to be unedited, and, you know, I don't know. And so then that person proceeded to like send me this, I don't know, I didn't even, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even look at it. I just said, has this person ever written to me before? Because I was like, and I hit the icon when, you know, in Gmail, and the person that signed this, their name was Annie.
Annie, yep.
But yep, Annie.
Okay.
But when I hit the icon to see, has this person ever written to me before, it came up as Becca Scoops. I don't want to give her last name out.
Right. Yep.
But, and I said to myself, no, I promise you, I said to myself, no. And so I did it again, thinking there's a glitch. And then this Becca Scoops wrote to me in March 24.
I did have a thought, though. I wonder if we're going to see Sir Morbid sitting on a panel with Woo Woo Bestie. That would be something, right? I know he's gonna interview Gypsy, because last night Ken came on and Gypsy was this close to coming on, but I mean, I think one time before she was close to coming on and he stopped it, and then we never got it. Didn't that happen once before?
So let's start there. That's a good starting point. And I'm going to start showing the emails as we're talking about March 16th, 2024, correct? Your first email from Becca Scoops.
Hi, Kim. It's so good to see you.
And mind you, I did not, well, we'll see. I didn't know it was Becca Scoops. Becca Scoops didn't know she was Becca Scoops.
Correct. It was before Becca Scoops, but it is Becca Scoops, and we're going to prove it here.
So Becca Scoop hadn't even created her channel yet, Becca Scoop. So this was the email she was using before Becca Scoops even was Becca Scoops.
In a moment here, it's pretty easy. I mean, when you read it, you just know. And this is what we do here. So I'm going to share the screen with you. And this is,
speed this up.
This is, can you see that screen? I would assume you can.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Let me get the viewers to see the screen that we're looking at here. You guys see that screen right there? Okay. But I'm going to switch to the full screen. Boom. All right. There it is on the screen.
Okay, so he has taken out the last name, but this was before Becca Scoop was Becca Scoops, and it was M. Rebecca, and then the last name, Becca's last name, but he blanked it out. So it says, Dear Toddy, you have me laughing. I'm going to assume we are around the same age. That reference to the Gypsy Rose song, great song, gets stuck in my head every time I see anything about GRB. Anyway, my partner and I are starting a channel. I'm a retired psych RN, and he is a veteran detective, 20 years. Our first video is on, you guessed it, GRB. I just wanted to drop a note. So here she's kind of like getting, this is what you have to do really when you're a content creator. You just kind of like team up with other people that you enjoy, or if you like their channel, you thought they were funny. Toddy and I did a video, a live together, and then I don't know, I think we did two, maybe one. And we did one with Katie from channels changed. I can't ever remember. It used to be Down the Rabbit Hole at bedtime. I don't know what it is now. But we did a live together on Gypsy Rose, and I've done other lives with other people. So and this was at the very beginning. So I think I did a Munchausen by Prox, or I did a microcephaly. That's what we did. We did a microcephaly live together. Anyway, that's what you do. You just reach out and you talk and you get to know each other. And I remember Toddy and I talked about our SEO a little bit too. And she asked me a little bit about putting money aside for charity and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just stuff that content creators talk about. This isn't anything like bad or out of the norm, but she did it quite a bit to quite a few content creators, and it helps your channel grow.
Right there. M. Rebecca, and then I redacted the last name because I don't know if that's Becca. We're going to get there, and you can say whatever the hell you want, and you know what, rightfully so, because this is downright, it's evil, man. It's the inner workings of some demented lady. It's the way she operates, her character.
Really, it makes me feel really uncomfortable. Like, people that do shady stuff like that, I could never trust. If, like, I know that people that befriended Christy, I mean, that's weird. And I don't know. It's just, it's above and beyond, and it's weird, and it's uncomfortable, and it's a level of mental health illness that I just don't want to go near.
You're going to see in this live stream, it's going to be abundantly clear. And I'd be surprised if you guys still believe the horseshit that she spews at this point. This is going to show her as the individual that she is. And we just got started. Is it fair to say, Toddy, that, okay, we all went over this email, right? The first initial email, March 16th, 2024. And we showed you the email address that was attached to that. These email threads we're going to see in the same order as it arrived in the future up until today is from the same email address. By Becca Scoops. Moving on to the second email. Here it is right there. March 16th. It looks like the same day. And Toddy replies to that email she got. Toddy just says, hey, thank you. What's your channel? See, she didn't even know who Becca Scoops was because it was the beginning. It barely got started. And she goes on. Toddy says, should be great with you too. Talking about her and Mitch. See, best to you. See you in the live stream, Toddy. And this is a typical creator thing to do in a small niche, is to go friendly and chummy with those who are already doing it and get in their good graces to use them. And that's what happened to Toddy, and that's what happened to me, and that's what happened to a lot of people. They use you until they don't need you, and then they do some dirty shit that we're going to find out that is really, really dirty, and it's going to show who.
I think it is really dirty what she's doing, and I think she did use Sir Morbid, and I think he's hurt by this, and I would be too, because at one point, we're going to listen to it, I think Ken comes on and says, like, you made these people, and I think he did too. A lot of these people I didn't know until, and his live stream was a good way for channels to go up and get their channels known. I just didn't agree with I didn't agree with a lot of what was happening, so I couldn't bring myself to, I didn't want to do it, and it was my choice, right? That was my choice. So that's another thing over on Reddit, when I was starting to say I had been coming out of my woke bubble, and like I realized that it was just a bunch of people wanting you not to say what they didn't want you to say, but they could say what they wanted to say, and I just didn't know, right? I too much of freedom of speech, and I think I said something over on Reddit. I can't find it to even delete it, so maybe someone deleted it, but I said something really snarky about him saying stuff about the way people looked, and I just was so against it or whatever. And I really regret doing that post, because that was just me being super judgy, and I see now, it's like, I don't want to be judged, but I'm going to judge you. And I just in this last few years, I've really woken up to a real independent free thinker. And I just think that we all need to move into that space and not be torn by these constant creator dramas and feeling like you have to be on one side or the other to still be against Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And I just don't see it that way. I see that I don't like Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I don't agree with who she is. I don't even think, like, I'm a huge woo-woo person, right? I'm just owning my woo. I don't care anymore if you think I'm weird. I am weird. I've been fighting this weirdness my whole life, and now I'm embracing it. I don't even think Gypsy Rose Blanchard is a human being. She's either not a human being or she's got some kind of attachment on her that's really evil. That's what I think. So I have my eye on Gypsy Rose Blanchard, but I cannot stand by and at one point defend somebody and then just let it slide that this person has been lying to their so-called community for and making up these fake names and stirring up drama, and then come out and say, oh, somebody hacked me. Isn't that something that Gypsy Rose Blanchard herself has said and done? Like, are we taking plays from Gypsy Rose Blanchard now? I'm pissed. But all right, let's get back into it.
The true Becca Scoops is. And I'm not just saying that. Do you want to, this is fair, Toddy? This is the email right here that you replied to initially? Okay.
Yeah, yep.
Do you want to read this one? This comes what day after? It's the same day, March 16th, 2024. You want to read that, or do you want me to continue reading?
Do you mind reading it?
I'll do it.
I'll be honest with you. I have the chat blocked, so I'm not distracted. So there's actually something on my screen. So
no problem.
I can't.
No worries.
I'm sorry.
Let me read it, and you respond.
Okay.
And if I get something incorrect, tell me.
Okay.
This email, same day, right after Toddy's reply.
It's called Desolation, True Crime. And then I think the email later under the Annie name is Dissolution True Crime LC, maybe.
She'll reply, M. Rebecca D. It will be D because I just blocked that out, redacted. Because I'm a nice guy. I'm not here to dox anybody's last name. And I don't even know if it's Rebecca's last name. I'm just trying to show you guys receipts, something that other side claims they do, but they never do. They just say something, and then that's fact. And everybody.
So we're going to move things forward because we got too much to go through today okay, so there's that. If you want to stop and read it. Here's another one that comes through. And this is Becca talking to Toddy, trying to help her with Canva and helping her thumbnails. She's decided on the name Becca Scoops here. And so the channel has been created with the desolate, I can't say that word, desolate. Is it dissolution or desolation? I don't know. So that's where the Annie email was originally created and how it was put together with Becca Scoops. And this was a live that was done 2 days ago. I will put the links to everything that we view today in the YouTube show notes. We do this to cite our sources and for fair use. Today we're coming to you on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So be sure to give us a thumbs up on that platform you're viewing us on. So here is just the chain. They do show this long chain just to prove that it's from Rebecca, Becca, Annie, Scoops, and Toddy. So then there's some more conversation. Dreamer comes up. And then I don't know why I think Toddy needed a break for some reason. And then they go back into the emails. And we see that it's now, Toddy's now getting emails from that same email, but up here, the name is changed to M. Annie now. I don't think Becca has remembered that she was emailing Toddy under that email. So now she's M. Annie, and she's emailing Toddy, and you can the date is recent. I think this was recently. And now she's talking about Morbid's dark past. Is he reading it here?
Are you seeing the lights? 61 years old, is she? Is that what we're dealing with at this time? What do you guys think? All right. Let me show you guys. Here it is right here. Man, I got to switch that up right there. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm going to show you the proof. And the proof.
Wait a minute. There should be an email before that one, though, because there was a very...
Janice? Nobody owns the Gypverse. If I was gone for 50 years, I still have a right to come back and give my opinion. You don't lose your opinion ever in life. Isn't that funny? That you always are, as a human being, are allotted your opinion. And because it's my channel, I can come on here. And yes, I'm monetized. Guess what? Yes, I'm monetized. And yes, I'm doing it for not only my opinion, but for money. So don't, you can come on here. This happened in the Hidden True Crime drama where they were like, oh, you're just doing it for money. You're just doing it for this. You're just doing for that. Yeah. Okay. And why are you doing it? We all got our reasons. And if you don't want to listen to Morbid, I think he's a horrible person too. He's always been a horrible person though. He's never been who he's not been. He's always who he's been. He's never changed. And you rah-rahed him for a while. He's still telling this is still truth. You can be the wrong person and still bringing the right message about a liar. If you don't want to see it, you don't have to see it. Keep giving Becca Scoops money. Do it. I don't care, but I'm going to talk about it, whether you like it or not. And you can do what you want to do because that's the world we live in. At least now, still, we can still do what we want to do. I know. It's so crazy. That's the crazy thing. Gypsy, I've already talked about it. There's something dark and evil about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I don't know if she's human or if she's got some kind of attachment on her, but she makes people do crazy shit for her and in the name of her. And I once defended Becca Scoops, and so I have to come on here and say I no longer do that because I see what she's doing. There's pattern recognition. If you don't want to follow the patterns, don't. Like we can all do what we want. It's a big internet. It's a huge internet. And I've accepted long ago that I'm not liked for my opinions or for whatever. I don't care. I can't care anymore. After all I've gone through, how could I care about your opinion about me? Just like how could you care about my opinion about you, which I really have no opinion about you. I don't really know you. But you know what I mean? Like why are you investing yourself so heavily when what we should be investing ourselves in is Gypsy Rose Blanchard? It's even worse that she didn't just get a man to do it. She groomed an autistic man. We have the FOIA files. We have it all. And that's another thing. Like, we have it all out there. If the world chooses not to believe it, what can you do except either keep talking about it or be like, you got it. Like, I stepped away because it's all an energy vampire drain. Like, some people live off of this energy. They like create a situation in you. And I think I was listening to case studies, and at the very end of his life, he just sounded like he had been like drained, zapped. His energy was gone. And I bet you I know where it went to. Gypsy Rose Blanchard. We're going to find out all this alien shit that they're feeding off of our energy. If you don't believe that this alien shit is true, it's coming out. It's coming. We're going to find that we've got reptilians and 60 other species walking with us. And if you think that Gypsy Rose Blanchard is a bigger concern to me than that, I mean, I believe this alien stuff. The government, the president's talking about it. It's coming. So there is such a thing as people feeding off of other people's energy. And so, I mean, it's all going to Gypsy Rose Blanchard. That woman has a glow up like I've never seen in my life. So, my personal opinion, this is twisting shit. I say focus on what GB did. But are you going to focus on giving the person that's lying to everybody the accolades and the money for what Gypsy Rose Blanchard did? I have a problem with it. I have a problem with it. I'm going to talk about it, and you take it for what it is or not. Like, it is what it is. And either you're going to see it for what it is, or you're not going to see it for what it is. And if you're not going to see it for what it is, I don't know why you would stay here and listen. Unless you're on the fence and you don't know what it is and you're trying to figure it out. Or you believe it is what it is. But okay, so let's get back over here. And so Tutty has been getting these emails from this email, and I believe it's turned out to be Becca Scoop. So last night it got worse, and he had a whole panel full of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the Gypverse, up on there. And I believe he's doing this because he's playing both sides. I hope it is, but I don't know. Like, I talked to a friend about him, and we were he's my friend that I was talking to. He's Native American Indian. And he mentioned that he was this certain type of person. I think he called it a Hyoka or something like that. He called it like of the Coyote clan. They're backwards walkers, and they will, they're just agents of chaos. They're agents of chaos. And sometimes the chaos is good, and sometimes the chaos is bad. So that's actually how I see him. I don't see him as actually good or bad. Like, I mean, what he's bringing out, I think this information he's bringing out is good. But then there's been information that's been bad. So, I mean, but is there good and bad anymore? I've noticed that in my darkest moments, from my darkest stuff, has come the most beautiful flowers. And sometimes things that were truly beautiful that were given to me, it turned into my darkest moments. So when you get to the point where you can see good and bad in things, it becomes neither. And when you realize that, you kind of get like, I'm starting to, like, one of my biggest destinies in life is trying to figure out spirituality and religion. I mean, I've always been, like, I was, I've just always been trying to figure that out ever since I was a little girl. But, and when you figure out that we've all come onto this earth to kind of learn stuff, it's an earth walk, and like things that happen, it's how we react to them and what we make out of them. And that's so cheesy and cliche, but it's, God damn it, it's absolutely true. And it bugs me to no end, but it absolutely is true. And so, yeah, that's how I see it.
Because everybody out there, those blood money sucking vampires who ruined justice for Dee Dee, screw that. They screwed it up. You guys are the dopes. And you know what? I call them idiots.
I don't know if you guys haven't picked up that these names that he's calling us, these are all names that this Annie and Becca has put in her emails. The low IQ, the stupid things that he's calling us. These are all things that are in the emails.
It's and low IQ because their master and leader, Annie Scoops, calls them that in almost all emails. And we're going to check out the email today where she makes it very clear that you guys are very low IQ. We'll go over that. Ken is back. Ken is back.
I think we all have to do
Ken?
us now. And if you're not doing you, like, my eye is side-eyed to you because the world is no longer caring about you, right? They'll talk about you. Like, I got so sick that I learned who was there for me and who wasn't. And I promise you, it was 2 people in my life. 2 people out of all like the world. Like when you get prolonged sickness, people will fall away, and you learn that the world isn't what you think it is. People are not like, there's that 5-year rule. Like these people that you know now are not going to be in your life in 5 years. It's so true. So why are you wasting your energy and your time support anyway? But we all need to do what we want to do. That's another thing. I'm trying not to like get invested myself in what people do.
Yeah, see, if I close the StreamYard tab.
Okay, so Ken comes up on the live, and I just want to play a bit of the Ken portion. Then we're going to go into when Audrey comes up and talks about how Annie has indeed been emailing her. Then we're going to pop over to Cases at the end, where Audrey goes over to Cases, and Case really didn't want to talk about it, which really got him upset and made him leave his chat. So we're going to go into that.
Then it makes me leave the conversation. So I guess I should just mute the live stream.
Yes, mute the YouTube thing.
And during that period,
The audio on that.
during that period, that's when we get the statement from Becca that really made me laugh.
And then
What's
just
up,
use
dude?
StreamYard.
How have you been, Morbid? We've missed you around here.
you
know,
missed
we used
me.
to look forward to we used to look forward to your everyday lives, you know.
How did that make you guys feel, actually? Now we're sitting here talking, shooting the shit.
Yeah,
like,
we're shooting the
I truly hate this.
shit. I mean, we're not buddies or anything, right? But like, we're shooting the shit.
No, we had
like,
conversations, but no. I mean, who's buddies on the internet, really? I mean,
Very true.
acquaintances,
Very true, right?
maybe.
So
I
true.
know that's another thing that people who aren't content creators need to understand, that you think that these content creators are besties off screen, but they're not. I mean, there's like, for me, there's very few people that I talk to like, on the phone, and not even on the phone, just like in text, very few. And not even every day. So I think that a lot of times the friendships that you see are what you're seeing is the friendship that's on the screen. Like that's the only time they talk is on the screen.
Yeah, dude. I mean, where you been? Like why'd you take a hiatus?
Dude, I have other YouTube channels. I have a comedy one podcast. What?
You used to be like the leader of all this shit, and then
I was
stepped
not the
away.
leader.
I mean, you kind of were. Like you were like the guy. Like you were like the guy.
It was
And
more
then
like
you
a
stepped away, and
host.
then all the cretins came in and kind of took over, and like it was like a cartel disbanding, and then like they had to find a new leader. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, man, I could tell you a lot more, and we could all get. I mean, this is what my plan is. I mean, as far as for this channel now, because I lost interest. My passion was gone. I was saying stupid shit towards the end. I want to apologize to you, like sincerely, about saying stupid stuff about your daughter. That was like
Sure.
uncalled for. But I say stupid shit all the time. But I do want to personally apologize for saying like she looks redacted.
Okay, so he goes on and he apologizes to Ken about saying stuff about her daughter. Then later people were like, we think you need to apologize to Gypsy, but he doesn't go that far. This was a really hard live to get through. Then he brought up Sheena, and then Sheena came up and talks about her getting I don't know when does she talk about it before Dreamer? No, she talks about it after. I can't listen to Dreamer. I'm sorry. But Dreamer talks for a long time, and then I think this is where Sheena talks about how she's been getting emails from from Annie.
Can you hear me, Morbid? No,
Yep.
That would be no.
I could.
Okay.
I don't think she.
I mean, I'll return. We can hear you, Sheena.
I think she has to do a
I
setting
actually
thing or
haven't
something like
been
that.
long gone, my friend. I just did a live in March. The end of March is Gypsy Rose Blanchard, a symptom of, what was it? A symptom of the PDF problem in Hollyweird over here on the Power Network. Look at, there's a Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose, Gypsy Rose. I got my I'm getting a lot of Gypsy Rose shit taken down. Gypsy Rose, Gypsy Rose, Gypsy Rose, Gypsy Rose, Gypsy Rose, Gypsy Rose. Look at more Gypsy Rose, Gypsy Rose, Gypsy Rose. And that was just to my Hollyweird. So that was in the last few months. So don't do this, Janice. Don't come in here and do this. Don't do it, okay? There's no need for it. There's just no need for it. But do it if you want to. Do it if you must.
Anyhow, people are probably losing it right now, having a meltdown. What's going on here?
It's all a plan.
Oh, they are losing.
Well, I don't know. We couldn't. You see, they can't say this was a plan now after all the shit.
I'm really losing it. I'm being harassed by Janice. Okay, so then it goes on to we figure out that not only is she Annie, but she's also this Snark and Sparkles.
As soon as I pointed out that Snark and Sparkles was Becca Scoops during the live, and I ended the live, this channel went poof, gone. And it was the pinned comment section of Case Studies. Case Studies pinned it because they're working together. I'm going to show you guys the receipts today because that's what I do over here and what we do as nobodies and people that don't matter because we don't give a shit. Again, I don't give a shit about the case. I ain't going to talk about that anymore. I'm done. We're talking about exposing just light on the hypocrisy that I've been seeing and that I think a lot of you guys are getting used to and seeing right about now. So check this out. We're going to go switch to the full screen here. And you guys could comment as we go along here, whatever you want to say here. But take a look at this. It is changing, guys. It's going to take time. That's why I say give it a year, because it is going to take time. Because when you're trying to not even convince, but when you're trying to bring along the slower ones, it's going to take time. Some are going to take a decade.
You know what they think that means?
What?
Some people think give it a year means that in a year you're going to put back. I heard people saying that. Like, I'm like,
I was talking about a case about a woman lying, a content creator lying to a bunch of people during the pod. I don't know. I don't know, Janice. I don't know why you're okay with this, but I'm not okay with it. And it's not stirring the pot. Me talking about it, we've got 23 people in here. Me talking about it is not stirring the pot, but I talked about it when she was being defended. And now I'm going to talk about it when she's doing what she's doing. I talked about it from day one. And I'm continuing to talk about it. And now this is the last time I'm going to defend myself.
wow, you don't even know what give it a year means. Okay.
Flip back to what? I'm not on anybody's side. And
Because it's turning into an energy vampire drain situation.
Like, it's not about, that's what I'm trying to tell them, Morbid. They don't listen.
but I'm most certainly not on their side because that's a crazy side.
Thanks for stopping by, Kim. I miss you.
So I'm just not going to do that. Sheena's back, I believe. I don't know if you can hear us.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Here?
We can hear you.
We heard you last time, by the way.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I was trying to talk earlier. I didn't want to interrupt you
hear.
in Kim's conversation. I just wanted to come up and say I love you, Kim. And I'm so sorry I missed you on my panel, and I'm crying about it. I've cried ever since I found out. I have.
Okay, I know she's close to talking about it.
Because I already said I'm done with that, and they're done with it too. They're seeing the hypocrisy that's going on within that community of hypocrites because they are. Look at them. They're squirming. They don't know what to do. Where are you at, Becca? Where are you at? Are you going to explain to your freaking audience that you call idiots and low IQ people?
She has explained. She said it. Someone hacked her.
Are you going to explain to them exactly what's going on? Or are you just going to keep hiding
Someone hacked her and people believe it.
and pretending it's not happening? Because we have all the time in the world now because we are done with the obsession. You have become our obsession, and now it's an entire Gypverse, okay? And you're part of that. And we're going to go over all of you every single time. And there's so much material and content to cover. And I'm just a one-man show here, but man, I hope other people join and start covering it because it's overwhelming. Otherwise, I'm just going to take it all. I'm going to take all that money in that grift. I'll just be a solo conductor here. But anyhow, I just want to point out that tides are changing and we have all the time in the world. But those guys on that side, because they love sides, right? They don't have much time. Their time is limited and that money is going to shrink because you only have what you have. And when we start pointing out the hypocrisy in you. And the craziness, people are going to start seeing. So that's why I say give it a year. Annie, oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Bree was having hearing issues, mic issues as well. There she is. Okay.
There you are. You're back here. And here's the thing. I don't care what they say. Like, oh, they're a team now. Okay, whatever you want to call us. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
Let them live in some rebel fantasy world they want.
You're going to get a troll of your lifetime. So stick around. And if you guys want to be a part of that train, that troll train, then stick around, right? Give it a year. Then you'll figure it out. Again, some going to take a little bit longer, maybe a decade. All right.
I want to see what she was telling Audrey.
Yeah, here is the.
Well, it's always interesting to me when isn't that what she was a psych nurse? Because my background is BA in sociology, psychology, but I was always a social worker. I was intake worker. I was working for my CAC, but I never got it. C. Williams says, can you talk about the psychotic level of crazy, please? It's bad to try to email pretending to be Annie to manipulate people, but to email all sides, what is her motive, since it wasn't just Toddy? And so the level of psychological disorder it takes to sit down, create a fake name, and then mass email a group of people about a specific individual, and then that individual is you. That's not normal behavior. That is not. It's like targeted, premeditated, and calculated. And you have to think about it that way. It's scary. You have to plan it. She had to execute it. It's just not a moment of passion. She thought about it. It's a campaign. And what it really says is that she's hiding. She's hiding shit. You couldn't, like, she's trying to be the puppet master, and it's cowardice dressed up as strategy. And to me, the mask is just slipping. And if you don't see the slip, then me sitting here, I'm not going to show it to you, but I'm going to show it to like other people, hopefully. I don't know who I'm talking to, not saying I'm not going to show it to you, but if you don't believe it, then that's who I'm talking to.
Green here. I'm going to blow it up. Someone emailed me this today. Annie struck again. Annie Scoops. Everybody's familiar with Annie Scoops.
Everybody's getting scooped, man.
They're scooped. You've been scooped. Again, they say Audrey is doing a live where Annie, Becca Scoops, emails her personal email that only 7 people had, one being Becca. Now, I don't know, Audrey, and
something that you learn when you are working in social work and psych work, you never diagnose anybody. You don't, but you can say like, this has traits, or we can recognize these patterns. So some of the traits of a person who would do this would be, of course, be a narcissist personality trait, the belief that they have the right to control your narrative, your story belongs to them to shape. There's some paranoid ideation in there. They're constructed in a vision of you being in their head that justifies the attack. The fiction feels like fact to them, so there could be a level where she might actually believe this. There's some covert aggression, there's some obsessive fixation, there's a lack of empathy, there's impaired reality here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on that if you want to go down that path, we can. I don't really like, I don't want to feel like an expert, because I'm not. I mean, I do have a huge background in it, but I don't know. I've just never felt like getting on the internet and being like an expert like Becca, right? Also, I have some learning disabilities. Like I have some problems with my writing. And so I know now there's AI and stuff, and I'm getting better at it. But yeah, there's that too. If you want to look at that aspect of it, that's very troublesome.
I don't give a shit about her, to be honest with you. Who cares? I don't care. But from what I have surmised, I think she's supposed to be the.
What I'm gathering are that the people who are against me doing this don't believe that Becca as Annie, which I can't see how you don't believe it.
This truth teller with receipts, right? She's known for that. Supposed to be this investigative researcher and all that. Okay, maybe she could figure it out. I don't know. Or does she not want to actually tell the truth? Audrey did a live. So there's 7 people that have her personal email. I don't have her personal email because I don't even know who the fuck she is, to be honest with you. And I don't want to watch her shit. I've seen some on the subreddit. Boring. Reminds me of
support Into the Weeds. I think what they've done has been really great. I know some of you have had problems with the way they release the FOIAs. Once I donate money, I don't sit and however they want to do it, they want to do it, right? But I mean, and they've been like really good to me, and they are somebody that I talk to behind the scenes, and I support them, and they're very truthful people. And she is like one of the best Christians I know, and the way Becca has gone after them is disgraceful to me. And I didn't say anything, and I feel like I should have. Like I wrestled with it. Am I being a good friend? Should I get into it? No, I wasn't going to get into it. But then when this started happening, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get into it. I am.
Natasha Cooper. She looks like Natasha Cooper, just a younger version.
Wait, who?
What?
Audrey?
Yes.
Oh.
You'll see it. Just look. You'll see it. Just a younger version of her. But I mean, so she says that 7 people only know. So it must be one of those 7, right? And he's got to be one of those 7. If she's claiming.
So Audrey, Morbid gets this tip off that Audrey is doing a live where Annie emails her personal email that only 7 people had, one being Becca. So then Audrey later comes up. Why can't I find Audrey on here? Usually I can find it. Let me just slow down and find where Audrey pops up here. I'm also hungry. I should have ate. Oh, there. Oh, also I got to keep my phone next to me because I'm expecting a phone. Oh, yep. Oh, hold on. I'm expecting a text. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay. Hold on one second, you guys. I got an hour more. I've got something I have to do. Oh yeah, here's where Audacious Audrey comes up, and she's been getting these emails from Annie/Becca Scoops.
Like, again, I didn't know your backstory or anything, because honestly, I probably raged at you because I just threw you in with a bunch, you know? So, fuck it. Fuck all of them. Because I don't know if you saw Toddy and how hurt she was, right? And people say, oh, she's acting. No, dude, I've actually spoke to her off camera or, these streams, and she's really hurt.
I'd be really hurt if I were Toddy. If I were Toddy and I had this content creator that I considered, okay, let's just say if I had Amber emailing me under a fake identity and I had been friends with her, I would be really hurt. I was hurt, but hurt for a while when Ivory Grows Wild. No, what was her name? Ivory Grows Wild. She was the woo bestie when she crossed over to the other side. I was hurt for like a few weeks about that. I'd be even more like, and I mean, I just interviewed her. I wasn't like behind the scenes friends with her or anything, but I think we talked a little bit. I don't know, but I was hurt about that. And I can't imagine having somebody that I talk to on a regular do it to me. Like that would piss me off. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a woo-woo person. I'm a Scorpio with 5 planets in Scorpio. That would make me want to go and do something. Like that wouldn't want me to be like a pacifist and not do anything back. That would make me really pissed off. And if it wouldn't piss you off, I don't know who you like. I don't know why. Get some self-respect.
Like I even invited her here to go over the emails that she sent me, that she talks about Case. She talks about Nina. She starts doxing people and sending Toddy doxes. We're going to go over that. I mean, all of this stuff, and Toddy's really hurt, because I think they were really close or friends. And she thought Becca was her friend until she figured out, oh man, she's just, used and abused me. And then she goes behind these little alt accounts to try to trick her and use her again, you know, even after the fallout or whatever. And that's just like disturbing to me. And I felt bad for telling him, like, I don't want to share the conversation with her, but I was just like, man, yeah, I just felt really bad for her, you know, because she's taking it pretty hard, because I think she was pretty close to Becca and she stuck out everything for her.
I don't know. I'm not involved in all of the other shit. I just wanted to come on here and say I've been given proof it's Becca. So
there you go. There you go, folks.
So
And
there
you know,
it is. Audacious Audrey just says she's been given proof that it's Becca.
if you want to hear more on her side, go follow her on YouTube or TikTok or both, and you can hear her side of the story and whatever receipts that she has that are probably different from what we have, but it's dead on her. I mean, 100%. There's no dispute. And do you want to stick around, or do you know, that's all you had to say?
that's all I had to say.
Okay. Hey, thanks for coming up. You know, like, it takes a lot of balls to do that, especially when people will pivot and people won't believe you. You know, that's just how they are, these people.
That's fine.
Sorry.
People can be mad. Like I said, at the end of the day, my life will continue the same. So
Yep. Well, Audrey's got her story and her receipts, and I'm sure she's going to show it. She's going to show the proof. So if you want people, where's the proof? She'll show it. I don't think she's shy of that. I'm going to send her more ammunition and the truth. I'm going to show her the truth of what we have. And if she wants a truth from Sheena and Bree from what they have, the fact that
So
Becca's
Audrey went up there and said that, yeah, for sure, it was proof. Then he goes on and he does more emails from Becca. She's talking about Toddy. She talks about case studies, and she talks about case studies, wife, and things like that. But she's doing it under the name Annie. She's not doing it under the name of Becca. And she's trying to get Toddy to leave case studies alone, and that case study isn't truthy, which I haven't followed that too much. I know that Toddy and Case have an argument going on, and I don't know anything. I don't know. So there's that happened. And then Audrey, let me see what happens. I forget what happens. He goes over that, and then I think, oh, I know what happens. And then at the end, so while this is all happening over on case studies, he's got a panel put together which is interestingly most of the panel that used to go up on Morbid's panel, and they're talking about this situation. And they're talking, which I understand, they're really hurt and upset because they thought Morbid was their friend, and like everybody's going through these hurt feelings, which makes me actually really sad about all that, because I think friends are one of our most important things in life. But anyway, they're talking about how they're all upset. And so Audrey goes over there, and she's basically just saying the same thing that she said over on Morbid's live. And she goes up there and she starts talking about it, and she gets it's a weird response from Case. Very weird.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to give away the person that sent me it. And like,
So
I'm sorry, did I do something?
he shows this. She's showing this email, but she blurs out the email to prove that it is Becca Scoops, and we can see she doesn't take out the name. So we see the name up here, and then down here it says best wishes Becca Scoops, and it's coming from that one email, that desolate word that I can't say. Is it dissolution? Anyway, that email. And she's over here bringing it up to him. And I don't think Case knew that he was talking about Becca, because all of a sudden it was like bad to talk about Becca. They talked about Morbid for an hour and 32 minutes. And then when Audrey came over and brought the same information that this Annie is indeed Becca, it got weird. And then at that same time that she brought the information, Haiti Joyless decided that it would be a good time, which I would have thought it was a good time too, because he's finally talking about Becca, that she was going to read this statement by Becca, which the statement made me laugh. But that's what we're about to watch here.
I'm not trying to give away the person that sent me it, and like
I'm sorry, did I do something wrong? I just added the photo.
Oh,
She also had some audio issues right in the beginning.
going in and out.
I wasn't able to read it. It was blurred.
I don't think we could hear what you.
And also, one of their big points over on this panel was that we all talk shit about one another. So what? Here, looks like Ray Crow's phrase says, "I'm so tired of people acting like we don't all talk shit about one another. That's just silly. We all talk crap out about spouses, friends, coworkers, bosses, family, etc. It's so odd to get offended." I mean, I don't want people around me that are talking shit about me. Like, I don't want them as my friends. I don't understand this concept. Is this something new that's happening in our world, that friends talk shit about each other? Is that something that I've missed? I'm asking truly. Is this a new trend that I've noted? Like, I haven't picked up on this pattern where people are saying this, but I noticed over here they're saying this quite a bit.
You just said, Audrey, you were going in and out.
No, you're in now.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. My laptop was sitting on something. Anyways,
I think we've all talked shit about people, but I have to tell you, some of my greatest lessons have been when I've talked shit about people and got caught. That's why you won't catch me in an email. If I say it in an email, there are some things that I don't want to say to the person, but if it comes across their ears, I will own it. Yeah, I said it. And if I regret saying it later, then I'll say, yeah, I'm sorry I said it. I'll do better next time. There was one time, this was my biggest talk shit lesson. I was in my 30s. And I was staying at a friend's house, and I had pulled in this roommate, and that I had met at this steampunk convention. And she was this harpist, and I wanted a roommate, and she seemed like, yeah, okay, let's do it. So she moves in, and she turns out to be crazy. Like, she's crazy. And she moves in, and she's this heavy smoker, but yet has COPD and all these lung issues, and acts like I'm killing her with my beauty products, right? So I can no longer use perfume or like, somebody had handmade me some incense. I couldn't use that. Couldn't use hairsprays. I couldn't, like, if I was a social worker at the time. So when I got ready, I literally got ready in my car. And then if she got in my car, she would like act like I was killing her in my car because I was trying to be nice, getting ready in my car. It was a lot. It was a lot. I would go to work and come home, and she would have rearranged my bedroom. She was trying me. I was being tried, right? So I moved out, I left, and finally, and she ended up dying a week later after I left, and then it went in, like, anyway. But anyway, that, like, drama finds me, and like, but so my biggest thing was that she started calling my friend the landlord and started saying shit about me, and then the landlord started believing her, and so that's my building up to the defense. I should not have said what I said. But anyway, one of my friends came over and picked me up. This was all happening, right? One of my friends comes over and picks me up, and we're driving around, right? And so I decide, I did this, I really regret it, to tell some secrets, right? Decide to tell the secrets I know, right? And I'm sitting there telling the secrets I know, and do you know what happened? My phone butt dialed her. So she heard me telling the secrets that I know. So I never do this. I learned my lesson. That's one of those things where, remember in the beginning, I said some good things can come from some truly horrible things. I learned my lesson. I don't say things out loud in text because text is just like saying it out loud, or in emails, just like saying it out loud, that I wouldn't be willing to say to somebody's face. And it seems to me like there's a whole lot of that going on, and people are okay with it. Is that the lesson we're learning from being in the Gypverse? Because I would hope that Becca Scoops would be like, this is really fucked up what I've done. I've gotten in too deep. I'm gonna like just say, yeah, I was like doing this or that. Certainly not saying someone hacked me, not taking any accountability. Someone hacked me, and then they hacked me and did all this, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself because we haven't heard Becca's explanation yet. So let me reel it back. But the excuse makes no more sense than what she's doing. But yeah, we've all done fucked up shit. But is that the norm now, to keep doing it, to being okay with it? Yeah, we all talk shit about each other. So what? It's not what I want. I hope it's not what you guys want for yourselves.
And so this is the stuff that was sent to me.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm pissed off. I get pissed off at lies, and when people go to this length of lying, and it's disconcerting to me, and I sound really condescending, and I know I'm coming off as that, and I hate when I come off as that, but I have a hard time not doing it. I'm working on it. But I don't understand it.
And I asked them, and I told you that my thing was
We just lost you again.
actual email.
There you are.
I didn't even show the damn email. I'm gonna go get another one.
I added it. It's just blurred.
Yeah, the content inside it is blurred for a reason.
Oh, okay.
Because it belongs to somebody else.
Okay. All right. I'll remove it.
Well, no, they told me I could share it. That's fine. But hold on, I have something else where you can see on the email line that it says Rebecca. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Sorry, that it shows it's Rebecca, and it has the email right there.
What is this about?
This is showing that email is Rebecca, and like I didn't want it to be true. Do what?
Who's Rebecca?
Becca. Becca.
Well,
Yes.
while we're on the topic, Becca has an email that she wants me to read out, so it's okay if I read it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, so she said, so this whole email thing has turned into a real shit show. Mitch and I have been trying to figure out what happened, and thank God I have a detective for a husband. Not that I needed one for this when I figured out what happened. I'm attaching 2 receipts. There are more if you need it. I had a person who approached me to get me brand deals and help me with my social media accounts. We will call her, quote, Annie. Annie was super excited, and when I mentioned my emails were too much, she said she could help with those 2. Now that account, quote, Annie, is actually what is tied to my Becca Scoops TikTok. She was gonna build my TikTok account, and so I gave her access to that email, and she changed the name to Annie. She also handled other accounts, and she was really into TikTok. So at times we would discuss the issues I was having. One was with Toddy, and when the little Frodo thing came up, one was with you. As you know, at that time we were both not so friendly. I can prove she used my account to email you and Toddy. This is not mentally stable. She is not mentally stable, had a drinking problem, and without me knowing went on TikTok as me. I've attached 2 emails to prove she had control of the email account and was sending emails on my behalf thinking she was fixing things. This woman had access, and I had no idea she was doing this. If need further proof of her using my account, just let me know. I can't see she wrote anything nefarious. She impersonated me on TikTok several times until I caught her, but I felt sorry for her, so I kept her on. She was well-spoken, etc. I don't want to speak too badly of her because I know she has issues. I
think it's ridiculous that you know that all this is happening, yet you kept her on. Right. Yeah, I bet you she's got like some oceanfront property in the middle of the United States to sell us.
Use that account, so it just found this out today, and then she sent me the screenshots that prove it.
Yeah, I didn't know that this was about Becca. I'm talking about Morbid, and I'm not talking about any of the stuff that he is trying to make a focal point of content. I'm not interested in it. I don't care about it. I didn't know that this
So
was,
all of a sudden he doesn't want to talk about this Becca stuff, Becca Scoop stuff, which I think is really strange. This gets a real weird vibe here.
well, that's what this was about. I'm not like, I don't know anything about that situation. I didn't.
Well, Becca asked me to read it, so I read it.
No, I'm not. Yeah, Heidi, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, we got pivoted, and I'm not trying to. I didn't know this was about Becca Scoops and whatever this Annie thing is. I don't care about it.
Yeah.
No offense, but I don't care about that.
Why don't you
mean,
care about it? Why wouldn't you care about it? Why wouldn't you care that there is somebody at the very least going around pretending to be Becca Scoops and emailing other creators? Why wouldn't you care about that? That seems strange to me. Seems like something you would care about, because isn't Becca your friend?
I only came over here because it was obviously the other person's topic and I got dragged over there. So I went up and I was like, look, this is the evidence I got. And so I told you earlier that if I found anything, I would let you know. So that's what I was coming to do. As far as the email that she sent Haiti, I would be curious of what the dates are on that, because there are other things that are earlier dates, I'm assuming, because she didn't come to TikTok till like December, January. I don't know. I don't really care at this point, because I am not involved and people can take it for what it is. And like you said, everybody's talked shit about somebody.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think Morbid is trying to just trash Becca in any way. He's had everyone taking the bait and being like, oh my God, like,
we're doing what he wants right now. And I'm not here to talk about emails. I don't care. Like, dude, it's like I had people in my comments today saying, that
you mean everybody's here to take the bait, but you've talked about everything else. Why wouldn't you talk about this? Why is this off topics? This feels like that country that none of us can talk about.
Morbid read emails that Becca had sent talking smack about me. I'm sure she did. I talked smack about her behind her back. We had a falling out. But the thing is that we vented those things privately to people that we thought that we could trust. I'm not here to go online and start all of this creator drama. None of us are here for this shit. Like, this is not what this is about. This is what Morbid wants.
You're online talking about creator drama. That's exactly what you're doing this panel here. You're doing a panel on creator drama.
That's what he wants.
And this is part of the creator drama that's happening. So to me, it just seems like if this like Becca wrote a statement that Haiti wanted to read, it just seems like the statement should have been accepted. And if you didn't want to talk about it, moved on. But I don't know. I think, like I said, that this vampirism that is Gypsy Rose Blanchard has gotten to both sides, and she is just on this glow up, she's looking younger and thinner, and I don't know, she's probably walking on air at this point, and everybody's suffering.
And this is because he causes this type of chaos, and then he'll just step away once he gets bored with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know about the Annie stuff. I don't give a shit about the Annie stuff.
Well, I don't really care, but I do want to clear if it's really not Becca, I don't want people to think it is. Like, I just want to get to the bottom of it one way or another,
Yeah, exactly. That's my point, is I just want to get to the bottom. I love evidence and I want to get to the bottom of it.
But it's interesting that audacious Audrey wants to get to the bottom of it, but she was just over on Morbid saying that it's 100% Becca. So haven't you gotten to the bottom of it? Over on Reddit, I went over to see what people were saying. And there's this Reddit community called the Shady Gypverse. And I thought we'd take a look at what they're saying over on Reddit for the last part of this. Again, I will put the links to everything that we viewed over in the YouTube show notes. Today, we're coming to you on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Be sure to show us love on that platform you're viewing us on. So over here, we have Becca's explanation. This sounds like it could maybe be legit. What do you think? But it doesn't line up with her also saying she was hacked. So let's see what people are saying. Those emails go for 2.5 years. She wasn't on TikTok in 2024 with the first letters. Her explanation has big fucking holes. Plus the writing style was hers. It is hers. I have a bunch of, it's just one chain of emails, but it is her style. she's breadcrumbing the documentary and cashing in on Dee Dee's murder, which, I mean, we're all like, not one content creator that isn't monetized hasn't made money off of this. So, I mean, you can't like point your finger at one person without the, finger pointing back at you. So yeah, she's doing that. And if she could get a documentary, if she wasn't doing the bullshit behind, I would be very supportive, because I thought in the very beginning, Becca's scoop work was like on par. But if this is the shit that she's doing in the background to get to the cash, the documentary, then I'm not for it. I'm just not. I'm all about supporting. I support content creators. I don't make a whole lot off of Facebook, YouTube, but I love what I'm doing, and I'm happy when people support me, and I try to support and not tear down other people. There's people that are making tons more money than I am. And I know there's ways that I could make more money, but I'm just not willing to do those ways. But if those people are, but I'm not supportive of these these creepy psychological ways of doing it. It's gross. Off-topic question. Has anyone heard from the lady who apparently has a coma, then was in a coma, then came out of it? I found that whole thing to be strange as well. I don't remember that. All right, I didn't get into every single back alley extension from the Gypverse. I can't go down all those alleys. I've got some autoimmune issues, and I've learned that I have to take care of myself first. So, wow, the email recipient and the hacker randomly got a decent amount of new information and said her opinions based on a lot of personal knowledge to send Toddy long ass emails at a moment when distraction helps cover Becca's ass. That's insane. Is Becca thinking this was a decent course of action? I mean, she should have taken more time to come up with what she came up with, like the hacking excuse. She should have thought of something else, I think. She said herself she got extra help last year from getting too busy. These emails go further back than that. She must think we're all stupid, but her truth trainers will lap it up. Definitely, she's the leader of a cult of personality, and she has a lot of followers. She isn't going anywhere. No, she's not going anywhere, because these people will stand by her. Hidden True Crime has taught me that. Gypsy Rose Blanchard has taught me that. Once people decide what they've decided, they usually stay with it, right? It's the new people coming along and the people that agree with you and the people on the fence that you're trying to reach. You're not trying to reach the people over on Gypsy Rose Blanchard's side. I'm not trying to reach them. They're not, well, I don't know if they're trying to reach me, but like, why? Why bother? That's just like an energy drain. But I'm all about energy. I don't know if you've noticed that, but like my energy is my liquid gold. I don't mess with it. Let's see what else people are saying. Let me see where I am. All signs point to Becca being Annie. Also seen as includes all names used in any public records filings for Rebecca, Rebecca Ann, Rebecca. So I guess we're finding out that Rebecca's middle name is Ann or Annie. They've got the address for where this Annie goes to. But I mean, if Becca's sticking to the story that this Annie is a drunk that she hired but refuses to let go, then that stole her name and pretended to be her but still refuses to let her go because she feels sorry for her, What are you going to do? For people like Kay saying, who cares about the emails, or they're so 9 months ago, reminded me of GRB saying Dee Dee was so 10 years ago. All this shit matters because it shows how deceiving Becca has been. Wake up, cult members. I mean, it matters because it's a lie. And if you don't like, I mean, I see now that people don't care about people talking about, you know, like their friends. I don't care. People can talk shit about me. Like I've had content creators contact me and tell me that like content creators are talking about me over on TikTok. But what am I going to do about it? Right? And what can I do? But if it's my friends, I'm going to care. I'm going to make moves. And I think starting to yell. Let me pull it back. And I think Becca's his friend. So why wouldn't you care? But he's saying that they worked it out. Okay. All right. Okay. Then I can accept that. Like they were both talking shit about each other and now they're coming back as friends. Well, I can put that to bed. You know, I can put that to bed. But I can't put to bed is her pretending to be Annie. I can't put that to bed. I mean, I don't care about her talking shit about you if you don't care because you were doing it and you were in a fight. I mean, that makes sense. Ish. But I don't understand the Annie. So then people are talking about it, like just explaining it's Becca Scoop sending emails to various CC, pretending to be a person named Annie with inside information. Why on earth would she give away free info? And did Toddy take the bait or not? She was trying to vindicate case studies. I think she was emailing Toddy to try to get her to stop talking about the truthy stuff. Pretending to be Annie. That's what I took from those emails. But like I said, I will put all the links and we'll probably talk about this a little bit more. This is just our introduction to it all. But her excuse is what is hilarious. Yeah, I think her excuse is what I literally laughed out loud. I guess some people will accept any BS she says now. Wow. And talking about Morbid doesn't make it untrue. Just saying. It looks like many people are willing to accept her explanation, which it gets kind of sad and embarrassing. I imagine most of her channel followers are perfectly happy to accept this bullshit. I hope not. I hope there's some of them that will wake up to it. I understand people have issues with where the story comes from. Yeah, see, I understand the issues where the story is coming from too. I wish the story wasn't coming from Morbid, and I wish even more that even though the story was coming from him, that he wasn't having the Gypverse people up on his channel. But it's his channel, right? He can do whatever the F he wants. He can, and he is. And you know, and I think he is an agent of chaos. And if you hate him, he'll enjoy it just as much as if you love him. Which I kind of envious of that. Like, I wish I could get to that point, but I'm not there. But you know what I mean? Like, so you're just wasting your energy. You're sending your vampire energy straight to Gypsy Rose Blanchard and the people that are feeding off of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. You know, she gets the good honey, the manna, and she like disperses it down to the people feeding off of her. But I think like people that get it, and the people that don't get it won't. Let's see. I saved a few. Let me see if we've already looked at them. Yeah, we looked at that one. Let's look at this one. Becca's email's fraudulent. Becca told Audrey that Annie account is hers, but it's hers that she shares with the person she has said she has been helping her in the background for an extremely long time, which we all know she has had someone help her. Seems like people are believing that story because she mentioned a long time ago somebody was helping her. I mean, she told me in my email with her like a year and a half ago that she had somebody working with her. So she's always said she had somebody working with her. And if somebody used my name against my will on my platforms, she wouldn't be still working with me. It would be a real issue. And you all know Becca Scoops. And you know that if this were true, this would be a real issue with Becca Scoop. Someone going behind her back and using her name on this huge ass platform that her and Mitch have built. I call shenanigans. And I'm going to end it there because I got to go. But let me make sure I showed everything. Yeah. There's just this that there's the post that Audacious Audrey put out confirming. Thank you, Lily B. I can rant all I want on my channel, which I have ranted today. You guys, I just don't know. The world's ending. I've been in this bubble of prayer and meditation the last month and just kind of really healing. I had hurt my back. Like I was covering a different topic around Christmas time. There's this hidden true crime channel that's doing a lot of this bullshit that actually Becca Scoops is doing. And I covered them. They're a larger creator. Well, actually, I don't know. We haven't seen yet that, well, yeah, she's going after smaller channels. But anyway, I was covering that and healing and just trying to get myself back in order. And I just feel like the world is burning down. Like our old systems are burning down and new ways are forming. And I'm really excited about it because I'm tired of living under this bullshit lie of having to go just not being able to say, yeah, this is a huge lie. And then having the whole world come down on you. Well, the whole world can come down on me. I don't care because the whole world's coming down. Right. And once you had people you love most nearly destroy you, like you can't really do much to me. Right. And Becca Scoops is a liar. And if you don't see the pattern, and this is my opinion, my research, I can't see how you are okay with it. I can't see it. But maybe you guys can help me see it because I want to see it. I want to see that she is not lying. And I want to see why you believe that she's not lying. Because I would love to be wrong, actually, about all this. Because, like I said, in the very beginning, I really liked Becca's channel. And I recommended Becca's channel. And when Bree was going after Becca, I did a live for Becca. And I even was watching all of this stuff about Becca. And I stopped it. And I was like, man, this just feels like highly invasive. Like I don't need to know all of this private shit about Becca, which I don't think I needed to know all of it about. I don't agree with these exposés about people covering cases, but it is what it is. It's the internet and we're doing what we're doing, right? But I want to be wrong. So if you guys can help me be wrong, then do that. I know it makes it really hard, but it is what I'm doing. So maybe the next live that I do will not be a yell fest, but lies like this piss me off. I'm glad Morbid is pointing out the lies. I mean, he's doing it on both sides. I would really like to learn if he's playing the Gyp verse too. Because, I mean, he could get some good interviews, I think. But if he's playing both sides, even if he's not playing both sides, even if he becomes buddy with, like truly buddy with the Gypsy Rose Blanchard side, he's still going to probably get some good interviews. I mean, last night he had, 700 people watching? He pulls in the views. Like I said, he's an agent of chaos and people enjoy that. And he also has humor that a lot of, like, I'm a Gen Xer and he has really good Gen X humor, like very good dry humor. That's what, like, in the very beginning, like before it fully went into what it was, that's what drew me into, I really like his humor. He's funny. He makes me laugh. And when people are able to make you laugh, it can make you forget things. He's an agent of chaos. Take it for what it is. He doesn't like me, actually. Cloud is 4. He's spoken about me before. He doesn't like me. So do not think that I am defending him or whatever. It's just that I'm not putting my energy into feeling one way or another about it. And it's freedom. Yeah, he probably is. But why don't you see what Becca's doing? They're both doing it. And he's showing both sides, and I'm showing both sides. I don't know why you can't see what's happening right in front of your face. I saw who Morbid was a long time ago. Did you ever see me on a Morbid panel? Did you? You didn't ever see me on a Morbid panel. And it's not because I thought I was better than anybody else. It's just because it's not what I wanted to do, because I saw what it was. And you taking sides is feeding into all of this. I have no sides. I am pissed at Becca, though. I'm pissed that she lied like this. I don't know why you guys aren't pissed about it. But like I said, we all have to make our stances and our stands in life and do what we do and, you know, stand behind what we do. We were at Case's last live. Please listen to the beginning of my live. Everybody knew who Morbid was. It was all out there. All those content creators were up on his panel and all that information was out there. And now all of a sudden, this is an issue? Hasn't it always been an issue? Why is it now just an issue? Did he not do it and now he did it? So I don't see why now it gets to be an issue. So the way Rebecca speaks about those low IQ followers who lack critical thinking skills, her words, any better, while she tragedy pimps. Yeah, and they're really offended by what he's calling them, but they don't get that he's cherry picking Becca Scoop's very words about what she says about you guys. He said that he was making, I don't remember if he said $6,000 or $8,000 when, or was it more? He was making like $8,000 when he left. It could have been more. And Becca Scoops is making 10 times that amount. She's going to fight tooth. And she might even come after me for saying this stuff. She's going to fight tooth and nail to keep that money coming from you guys. I would. If I had chosen that path, I would be fighting tooth and nail to keep it. I didn't choose that path, so I'm not fighting tooth and nail. I'm confused. Can someone break it down to me, please? What was Becca trying to do by these emails? Well, she was trying to pretend to be somebody else and have all this inside information and sway people one way or another by acting like she was somebody else. So like with Toddy, she was pretending to be this person with inside information that knew for a fact. And like, I can't go in too much because I don't know the case story about the Toothy. Is it Toothy? I don't even know if it's Toothy Magoo. I think it's Toothy Magoo, right? I think that's right. and Toddy. And Toddy thinks Case is this toothy guy, and Case says he's not. And Becca Scoop was under this name, Annie, emailing Toddy saying that she had background inside information for a fact, knowing that Case was not toothy. I'm saying, is it toothy or toothy? I don't know. So she was doing that. So then she was also emailing these other people, getting involved and saying that she had background information about this or that, and just trying to sway the narrative one way or another. Which, why don't you just email under your name and say you are Becca Scoops and you have background information? Why are you doing it under this name? So then she says that no, that's not her that did it. Yes, this was coming from her email account, because it's been proven to be her email account, that yes, that email account comes back to her, but it's this assistant that she's had, and this assistant that's been doing this, but she hasn't fired the assistant. The assistant stole her name, pretended to be her, emailed all these people under Becca Scoops, Annie, knowing like it's going back to her email. And she was hacked, but she didn't fire her. She still has her. It's weird. It's not true. If you want to believe it, if you want to believe that Trump isn't in the Epstein files, do it, right? Like, do it. But there's a lot of us waking up to pattern recognition. That's a 2026 catchphrase. It was gaslighting. 2023 to 2025, gaslighting was big. Now it's pattern recognition, right? But we're all waking up to pattern recognition. And if you don't recognize the pattern, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's why I stay home a lot. So, okay. But I do got some stuff up on tap today that I need to do. I wish I had done it yesterday. I put it off yesterday. And yesterday when I put it off, I knew. I was like, gosh, I should just do it today, because tomorrow I'm not going to want to do it then either. But I have to do it. So that's what we're doing. What part aren't you understanding, Cloud9? Which part don't you understand? And I'll try to help you. I am also trying to work on not being short with people that don't understand me. I have been doing a lot of stuff on, I was born, I don't know if anybody else was, I'm going to talk a little woo stuff here. I was born where I've always wished that we could read each other's minds. Talking is such a cumbersome task for me. And I just sometimes wish we could just flip on our mind where we could just read each other's minds. I feel like it would go so much faster. Well, has anyone checked if Gypsy and her cult is getting everyone agents each other, getting everyone's You're wondering, well, Becca has did this statement. She has come out. It is her email. So there's no backtracking it. Becca has come out with this statement that it is her. These are coming from Becca's emails. The calls are coming from inside the house. But she is saying that this assistant that she has decided to change the name and put her name Annie, and reply to these emails under Annie Becca Scoops, right? She's saying that it is her assistant that sent all these emails to Toddy. It's her assistant that sent all these emails to Audrey. It's her assistant that sent all these emails to Shayna. And apparently it must have been her assistant that had the huge issue with Into the Weeds, because this Annie person had a big issue with it to the weeds. So it was her assistant that did all this, but she didn't fire this assistant because she felt sorry for this alcoholic assistant. But she didn't fire the assistant with attached to this channel that, well, how big is Becca's channel? Sorry, I'm starting to yell again. Her channel is now up to almost 50K. And we heard from Morbid that at the end, I don't remember if it was 6K, 8K, 16K. It was a lot of money he was making at the end. And Becca told him she was making more, right? Lots more. Like a lot more, 50K. Like we looked into hidden true crimes money making, and you can make a lot of money on YouTube. You don't necessarily make it on the channel itself. You make it through memberships. You make it through these stickers, that super stickers and stuff like that. I don't know if she has a Patreon or anything like that, but you make it through that. You know, that she's making a lot of money. So why would you trust and allow somebody who's an alcoholic fraudulently using your name, doing all this stuff? Why would you keep her on? You wouldn't. Becca wouldn't. That's Becca wanting us to believe that she's even stupider than she thinks we are, low IQ. I just don't believe it. But yeah. I don't know. I just can't get, I don't know. And I could be okay with Becca if she would come and like admit all this. I could, because like I am a very forgiving person. And she doesn't need my forgiveness, but she needs your guys' forgiveness. I'm not a member. I'm not a subscriber. I'm not, but you guys, some of you are. And so she needs your forgiveness, I would say. If I did all that bullshit, I would need your forgiveness. But I'm just saying. I'm not a perfect person either. I've done a lot of bullshit in my life. So I've done a lot of bullshit. And I think the only way you can own your bullshit is to say, yeah, I did the bullshit, and never do the bullshit again. None of us are perfect human beings. I don't hold perfection, except Gypsy Rose. She's like, that woman will never be able to do anything she would make her okay to me. Like, I can't get there with her. But most people that haven't committed murder, I can get there with, right? I think we all can get there. Like, we're all like just wanting to love and support. Like, what I see with Becca Scoop's members are just people that, like, she did really good work and they wanted to support her and love her, and also get this story about Gypsy Rose Blanchard out there. But it sounds to me like Becca was willing to go to all levels to make that happen. And maybe that's why it happened. Maybe that's why she's number one, because she was willing to do all this. And you and I aren't. And so we're not number one. I don't know. But it's a lot for me. I'm disappointed, and I wasn't even her friend. So I'm just disappointed in her as a human being. But who am I, right? Like I said, I've done bullshit. We've all done bullshit. And the only way to get out of the bullshit is to say, yeah, I did the bullshit and I'm sorry and I won't do the bullshit again. But I don't think we're going to get that, because we're getting this weird story about being hacked. And where is the hacking if you've handed over the stuff to her, if you've handed over your emails to her? I don't know. And then if she did do the hacking and then you don't fire her, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But okay, I really got to go for real. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. I do want to do this. Okay, so last Sunday we had a really bad live. Sorry, guys. I thought the guy wanted to talk about the prison planet theory, and I don't know what he wanted to talk about, but we didn't get the prison planet theory. So this week I am redoing the show. I'm going to put it in, it's going to be like a prison planet theory, but it's going to be archons versus archetypes. So this Sunday on Highly Strange Days, I need to do an update on the hidden true crime situation. And yeah, So that's what I'm working on. Also working on a feminine divinity show. Some UFO stuff that I'm working on. So yeah, I'm going off fully into the woo. I can't help myself. Hope you guys want to come with me. If you don't, I understand. But yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. If nobody's told you this today, and even if they have, I do not care. I'm still going to tell you guys this. And also, if you guys can prove me wrong about Becca Scoops, I really want to see the information, because I would really like to be wrong, because I don't want to believe this about her, but I do believe it at this point. So if nobody's told you this today, and even if they have, I do not care. I'm still going to tell you guys this. I love and appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.